Hey mom, no, hey, how you doing? Yeah, no. I don't need that talk about the birds and the bees. You know, I got this tequila honeybee here. It's all good, yep. Let's get into it. All right, so let's get into this. Now, before we get started, I have a Facebook page and I have got an Instagram and I have a Patreon page for those of you that are interested in supporting the channel. If you are, I'd really appreciate it. But let's get into actually making and talking about the drink. Today we're talking about the tequila honeybird. There's no real history on this. However, I did find this recipe originally on Pinterest and I looked at that and I went, because while I was reading through it, it said original recipe from liquor.com. And I went, okay, so I went to liquor.com and I looked at them and the recipes varied just slightly. Either that or it was my misreading because I was really tired. However, I'm gonna make a very slight change to that recipe. So let's get into this. Now the first thing we need is your glass of choice. This original recipe calls for a Collins glass or a highball glass. Use whatever you have at hand that you're happiest with. The first thing we need to do is rinse the glass with mezcal. Now I have a Mezcal mezcal. Now it's 100% agave. It's also reviewed to be good to drink on its own, straight up, or to be able to mix. A lot of the tequilas that were at my liquor store are blends and only suggested for cocktails. Yes, that's fucking dropping stuff all over the place. So take your glass. It says enough for a rinse. Give yourself about an ounce. And this is part of my change because what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this, you're gonna swirl your glass, give it a little bit of a nice round, and then drink the rest. Do not do what the recipe says, which is toss the rest because that's a waste of good booze. Put your glass off to the side. Next, you need your shaking glass. What you're gonna use next is your first or your favorite Reposado tequila, or whichever Reposado tequila that you want. In my case, I have the Casamigos Reposado tequila. And if you'll remember, we still have the free Maraca shaker that I'm gonna send to any one of you in the world. Take a look down below in the description and I'll put a link there. We need 2 ounces, which works out to 60 milliliters. The next thing you need is a little bit of honey syrup. And I've got a 1-to-1 honey syrup. And so that's 1 part honey, 1 part water. Now, if you see something that says rich honey syrup, that would be 2 parts honey to 1 part water. What you do, heat it up, warm it up till it's all incorporated, let it cool off, and then use it. For this, we need 1 ounce or 30 milliliters. And we're doing good so far. Next, we need a lemon. So grab your knife, make sure you're using a blade down, cut it with authority, because, you know, why not? So we need 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 milliliters. And we'll just squeeze this here nice and fresh for you, like so. Throw that over there. Have a nice decorative lemon sitting there for you. And then just pour it in. Awesome. Grab some ice. Grab some ice. Throw that in there. And what we will do now is we will shake this for a good 10 to 15 seconds. When you shake, you're gonna find that this angle is going to change, and I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, so now that we're done, one of the things you'll see is that the angle has changed. Ideally, you want to seat it this way, but this is the side you want to smack on so that it opens up nice and neatly. Put that there, we don't need this anymore. Grab your glass, because I have no idea what I'm doing today. Throw some ice in here. Don't use that piece of ice. Grab this little chunk, throw that in there. And we're just going to use your Hawthorne strainer, we're gonna strain this in. Look at that, a beautiful lemony honey color. Looks nice, but we're not done. Next, you're going to take your Angostura bitters. We need 2 dashes of these. Now, one of the things that you need to remember to do, and I almost forgot this, is you got to put your little dashing lid back. Or if you want, use a set of eyedroppers to give yourself the approximate amount. Just turn it up. And you're going to get a beautiful little layer of your bitters, which is perfect. It looks great. Take another lemon, and what we're going to do is we're going to use your wide peeler. You can use a knife if you're really, really good with it. I'm going to just give myself a little bit of a peel. And what we'll do is we'll give it a bit of a squeeze and express the oils. Then I'm going to make it look pretty because I am fancy like that sometimes. Okay, anybody who knows me, don't say anything about how fancy I don't like things. Give this a little bit of a twist. Kind of jam that in there like so it looks pretty when you go to drink it. Not that you can really tell, but it is a very pretty looking drink. You have your nice little layer of your bitters here. Let's give it a try. Now, interestingly, I don't get a strong smell of tequila off of this between either the Mezcal or the Reposado Tequila. I'm not getting a lot of lemon out of this either, even though I've already expressed the lemon peel. Oh, you get a little bit of lemon directly out of this. Very, very nice. The honey balances this out gorgeous. Those work really well together. The tequila, wow. And you get a little hint of smoke out of the Mezcal, as you should from a good Mezcal. Oh, it smells great. It looks great. Try not to swallow an entire ice cube at the same time, because that just doesn't work. Oh yeah. What I'll do is I will put the ingredients and the method of how to make this down in the description below. If this is your first time to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell notification and switch it to the all notification status. That way, every time I put up a new video, you will be notified. If you like a really good tequila cocktail, this is the shit. Hit the thumbs up button, and we'll see you next time. Yeah, there's not much history on it. I did, however, see this on, where did I see this? One of the things I'd like you to do today is